Hey, I'm Emma Garlett and welcome to Paint It Blak. Think about the most traumatic experience you've ever had. Hopefully, it's something you've been able to get help and support to deal with and move on with your life. For Indigenous people, along with our own experiences, we carry generations of trauma, the impacts of colonisation, dispossession and systemic racism. It's a lot. But there are many people out there committed to advocating for Indigenous rights. This week, I'd like to introduce proud Noongar man, Rick Hayward. In the upcoming federal election, Rick will be the Greens candidate for Tangney. His story is not just about personal challenges, but a lifelong commitment to justice and truth-telling. Rick supports the Truth and Justice Commission, advocating for the need to tell the truth about Australia's colonial history. This includes the ongoing struggles of Indigenous people, particularly in terms of incarceration and poverty. A Noongar man with family roots from the South Coast and the Great Southern region of Western Australia, he is the first generation of his family to be raised in Perth, where he was exposed to racism early on. His experience with racial discrimination led him to pursue law and social justice, completing his law degree in 1990. After the Voice referendum, Rick decided to become more involved in politics and join the Greens Party to advocate for truth, treaty and justice for First Nations people. He previously ran for the state election in Cannington, gaining a 15% primary vote, and is now running for a federal seat in Tangney. Pursuing a PhD at the University of Western Australia, Rick's studies focus on colonial justice in the Geograph Bay region near Busselton, particularly looking at the colonial violence against the Wadandi people and whether the actions of colonial justice officials were legally authorised. Rick is a strong supporter and advocate for WA-based Truth-Telling Commission, particularly with the approaching bicentenary of Western Australia in 2029. He argues that understanding the past is essential for healing and creating a better future, both for Indigenous people and new Australians who may not be familiar with the history. Remaining hopeful about the potential support from the WA government, Rick believes that the Greens are likely to have the balance of power in the upper house, which could provide an opportunity to push for social change. Rick believes that the process should be decentralised and brought to local communities, where people can speak their truth in a culturally safe and accessible environment, rather than through a formal court system. Whilst there is potential for re-traumatisation, it is crucial for people to have the opportunity to share their stories. Our education system needs to better teach Australia's history to both new and long-standing Australians to ensure informed participation in discussions about reconciliation and justice. A moral reckoning with the past is long due and crucial in moving towards a united future. Thanks for watching this week's Paint It Blak, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.